So if we're going to talk about what has been some great advice that we've gotten along the way, I have to do mine in two categories. One category would be marriage advice.
Okay.
One category would be parenting advice.
Okay.
And for me, parenting advice that I got was very simple. And she's a wonderful speaker, writer. Sheila Walsh gave this to me when for my baby shower when I was having Darby. Simple. Take your children's detours.
Oh.
That's the gamut, you know. Are you too busy to sit down with them and play a game? Just, you know, whatever it is. As they get older, take your children's detours.
Mm-hmm.
Then as a wife, Patsy Claremont gave me another simple message. Use your manners.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And so that works in marriage, and it works, of course, it spills over into every aspect of life. And
it's a respect thing.
It's a respect thing. And one of my essays was conflict, and I inserted Patsy's counsel on using manners, because I know if our kids see us use manners, hopefully they'll model that towards other people. But using manners, simple. It's
good.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Please.
Yeah. For me, I'm not one. You're great at like remembering a quote and living by quotes, and mine is more by observing. I think a lot of times, and like for just life in general, I've just watched both my grandparents and my mom just really walk with people. Like I watch them walk with other women. Sure. And so for me in my life, and a lot of what I share are things that I've learned by walking with just friends and talking about life and being honest about your struggles and walking together, because we're stronger together. We just are. And so for me, living life, I want to live life with people, because I think God built us for relationships and community. And so that's been super important to me. The other lesson I share in here is from a teacher, Miss Schamberger. She was our Washington teacher in college, and she taught us this word called taggles, and it meant trust God with what he has. Trust, adjust, good attitude, love, and sparkle. And so if you can just do those things with trust, adjust to things, have a good attitude, love people well, and always have some sparkle.
You always have good sparkle.
Sparkle.
You always have good sparkle.
Do a shirt. That's your shirt.
Sparkle. I think we get to share a lot of advice in the book, and that's really neat to write that down. And I can't wait to give this book to some of the people that I talk about in the book. They have no idea that what they said really impacted me. But I remember Caroline was probably in the second or third grade, and it's just, when you're a mom for the first-time mom, it's hard because you want to do everything right and provide them, be a good mom and provide them with, every opportunity you can, and all of those things are good, the lessons and the sports, and those are good things in their proper place. You want to teach them their manners, respect for their elders, just all of these things, and you can really get on a hamster wheel, especially when you start comparing your mothering to other people's mothering, and it can really get to you.
Yeah.
And I remember just struggling with exhaustion, and am I doing this right, and am I gonna, teach my kids the right things, and my not my kids, I only have one, but it's hard.
But your influence is to other
your
kids.
influence,
right.
yeah. And so I remember sitting in a Bible study, and the guy that was teaching this mom's Bible study at her school, his name was Don Logan, and he really knows the word. And he said something one day, and it wasn't even the crux of the lesson, but he just said, y'all's most important job, according to the Old Testament, is just raising your kids up as mothers, raising your kids and passing along the story. And that really, I remember pulling out of the parking lot that day and feeling this sort of weight come off of me, replaced with a different, not weight, but responsibility.
Sure.
Of all the other things can go away.
Right.
If we don't get this right, everything else, we've missed it, really. Right. And so I've got X amount of years to pass along the story. And I think that I was doing that here and there, but not super intentionally. And when you start to do that super intentionally with your kids and just sort of talk about God in your home and make sure that they're seeing your examples and stuff and really thinking about that. It changes all the rest of the things that you're trying to do for your kids. And it makes you go, well, actually, maybe she doesn't need to be in that. And what's the real motivation behind that? It sort of makes you just rethink things. Give things aligned, with Jesus at the top. And that was a real turning point for me in raising my own child, that piece of advice.
Good.